You have reached Red Steele's Total Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing this bad boy that is from Transformer Age of the Primes, Onyx Prime. Transformers Age of the Primes, Onyx Prime. But before I get into the actual review, I just want to go over some of the spectacular details on this packaging. Up front here's a typical display window showing you what the figure, novels, accessories inside. Top corner here says more than meets the eye. Below that you have the Autobot symbol. Over here it says it takes 12 steps for him to transform from his robot mode into his Griffin mode. Over here it takes 19 steps for him to go from his Griffin mode to his Beast mode. And on the very bottom you have an 8+, which is the age requirement for this figure. Inside the packaging you have two beautiful illustrations of Onyx Prime, both in his robot mode and in his Griffin mode. Across the bottom here it says Transformers Age of the Primes. Down here you have the 13 Onyx Prime. In the corner here you have the Hasbro emblem. Top of the packaging here, again you have the 13 Onyx Prime. In this corner, this time you have the Takara Tomy logo. On the side of the packaging here, you have this fantastic profile shot of Onyx Prime in his Griffin mode. And on the bottom here it says Transformers Age of the Primes. And down here you have the 13 Onyx Prime. The other side of the packaging here, on the very top it says, "Till all are one." Middle here is beautiful illustration of some of the primes. Down here you have Transformers Age of the Primes. And on the very bottom here it says it is a leader class figure. Then back of the packaging here, on the very top again it says the 13 Onyx Prime. In the middle here you have all the figure's features, such as Onyx Prime in his robot mode, Onyx Prime in his Griffin mode, and over here it says it takes 12 steps to get there. Down here you have Onyx Prime in his Beast mode, and over here it says it takes 19 steps to get there. Over here you have his spear, below that you have the more than meets the eye authentic logo, and down here you have the Hasbro emblem. Transformers Age of the Primes, leader class, the 13 Onyx Prime. Onyx Prime was released November 2025 with the suggested retail price of $59.99 and is available at all major retailers. Onyx Prime was released along with the other Transformers Age of the Prime's leader class Wave 2 figure, Megatronus. Onyx Prime is a Transformer Universe inspired figure that converts to his Centaur mode in 12 steps. He also converts into his Beast mode in 19 steps. His accessories include his spear and instructions. Onyx Prime stands 7.5 inches tall and he is meant for fans ages 18 and up. I'm going to go ahead and convert Onyx Prime from his robot mode all the way to his Centaur mode. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all the weapons and accessories. I'm going to take a spear out of his hand, put this off to the side, and go and turn him around. He's got this little tail piece right here. So go ahead and tab this tail piece and put this off to the side also. So step number one, you have these shoulder pylons right here and right here. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want these shoulder pylons, and you want to straighten them out just like that. Do that to the other side, take the other shoulder pylon and straighten out just like that. So step number two, with these arm pieces right here and right here, you have a hinge nut right there and right there. I want to take these arm pieces and swing them in just like that. Do that to the other side, to the other arm piece and swing them in just like that. So step number three, I want to these shoulder pylons now, and you got a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to these shoulder pylons, you want to fully extend them out just like that. Do that to the other side, the other leg piece, and fully extend it out just like that. So step number four, you have this crotch plate right here, this panel. You have a hinge nut right here. I want to take this crotch plate, you want to bring it all the way up just like that. So step number five, you have Onyx Prime's legs right there and right there. You want to take his legs, you want to slightly bring them in just like that. Do that to the other side, the other leg piece, and slightly bring them in just like that. So step number six, on the bottom of Onyx Prime's feet, he has these heel pieces right there and right there. He has a hinge nut right there and right there. With these heel pieces, you want to flip it right into the foot just like that. You want to do it to the other side of the other piece and flip it into the foot just like that. So step number seven, you have this whole top assembly piece. You want to go ahead and bring it up just like that. This is step number 9. You have those leg pieces that you brought down earlier on. You want to go ahead and rotate them in and bring them all the way down just like that. Go and do that to the other side. With this leg piece, you want to bring it all the way in and rotate it all the way around just like that. So step number 10, you have Onyx Prime's arm pieces right there and right there. You have that hinge nut right there and right there. You want to bring his arm pieces, you want to swing them back out just like that. So step number 11, get these wing pieces now. You got a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take the wing piece, fully extend it out just like that. Do that to the other side, the other piece, and fully extend it just like that. Because in the 12th and final step, you have Onyx Prime's faceplate right there. You want to take that faceplate, push it right into that mask, just like that. And now you have Onyx Prime in his full Centaur mode. Now that I have Onyx Prime in his Centaur mode, so I'm going to go over some of his plate features and accessories. First of all, I talk about his spear and tail. And there's a way to combine these two accessories to form a weapon, which is really cool. You do that by taking Onyx Prime's tail here, you get a hinge nut right here, you take his tail and you split it open just like that. I'm going to go and grab his spear now, and on the side of the spear you have a little tab right there and right there. On the tail here you have a little porthole. You want to take that spear, I want to go and plug it right into that tail piece just like that, and it forms a bow and arrow, which is really cool. Order arm Onyx Prime with this bow and arrow. On the inside of this bow and arrow, you have a little tab right here. You take his hand now, you get a little hinge on his fingers right here. You can open up the hand that reveals a little porthole right there. You can take this bow piece and plug it right into his hand, just like that. And now you have Onyx Prime armed with his bow and arrow. Very cool accessory. And I have to say, Hasbro and Takara took a huge risk in making a figure like this because it's kind of out of the realm for Transformers. I mean, I have seen Takara attempt to make a figure like this in another series called The Gone. Back in the day when I was a kid, it was a cool little combiner which formed like a Centaur, which is a really unique robot mode for any sort of transforming toy line. And I believe Gundam also has a Gundam that is a Centaur, but this is like the first mainline attempt for a US Transformer toy line to bring in a Centaur mode, which I think is very fantastic. The only issue I have with this figure though is they molded it out of like this gold plastic, so I don't know if there's any fear of this maybe falling into that whole gold plastic syndrome in the future. But this figure, even with this transformation, has a lot of points of articulation. I mean, you got the 4 legs right here, and I love it. I mean, you got the little hoof molding detail right here, and both the hind and front legs. You have the points of articulation right here where the knees bend and even twist. I mean, you even have that in the back here with the hind legs here. I mean, just a fantastic detail in this figure. Lots of play features. And I have to say, out of all the original 13 primes, this is my favorite. This figure is very unique. I mean, I was cursing up and down when I was trying to figure out how to transform this figure because the instructions aren't that great when it comes to converting him into his Centaur mode. But nonetheless, once I figured it out, he is a fantastic figure. Let me go ahead and rotate him around so you can see what he looks like from all angles. I would have to say he is worth picking up. It's a lot of great play features, and it's cool that he has 3 different transformations. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert Onyx Prime from his Centaur mode into his Beast mode. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all the weapons and accessories. So I'm going to take his bow and arrow here. I'm going to put this off to the side. For the first step of the transformation, you want to take Onyx Prime, you have his head right here, you get a hinge nut right there. You want to take his head and push it all the way into his body, just like that. So step number 2, you have this chest panel right there. You want to take this chest panel, you want to untab it and bring it up just like that. So step number 3, you want to take that chest panel and push it all the way over his head, just like that. So step number 4, you have Onyx Prime's arms right there and right there. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want these arm pieces much like you did earlier on and just bring them in just like that. Do that to the other side, to the other arm piece and bring it in just like that. So step number 5, you want these arm pieces now. You want to bring them up just like that. Go and do that to the other side, to the other arm piece and bring them up just like that. So step number 6, what you want you to do is take these forearm pieces now and rotate them out just like that. Go and do that to the other side of the other arm piece and rotate it out just like that. Then step number 7, you have Onyx Prime's fist right there. You want to take his fist, you want to rotate them in just like that. Go and do that to the other side of the other fist and rotate it in just like that. Then step number 8, you want to take Onyx Prime's arms now and bend them right at the elbow just like that. Go and do that to the other side of the other piece and bend them at the elbow just like that. So step number 9, you want your Onyx Prime all the way around. You have his hind legs right here. They want you to take his hind legs now, and they want you to push it in and up just like that. Do that to the other side to the other hind leg and push it in and up just like that. So step number 10, they want you to do the same with the front legs here. The front legs, you want to go and bring them up and in just like that. Go and do that to the other side to the other leg piece. Bring it up and in just like that. So step number 11, you have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take those leg pieces now and bring them out just like that. Go and do that to the other leg piece and bring it out just like that. So step number 12, you have Onyx Prime's wings right there and right there. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take these wing pieces, you want to bring them in just like that. Do that to the other side of the other wing piece and bring it in just like that. So step number 13, you have this whole top torso piece. We'll go ahead and bring it down just like that. Because step number 14, we'll take these leg pieces now that you brought out earlier on. You want to go and bring them down just like that. Go and do that to the other side to that other leg piece and bring it down just like that. So step number 15, you have this whole backpack piece right here. You want to take this whole backpack piece and bring it down and it reveals a beast head. So bring it down just like that. So step number 16, you want to go ahead and bring in the bow and arrow. You want to go and disassemble the bow and arrow by taking this black piece off the spear just like that. And this black piece is actually the beast's tail. You have a hinge nut right there. You want to take this piece and you want to bring it together just like that. We'll go ahead and turn around Onyx Prime. And at the top of this tail piece, you have a tab right there. You have a porthole right there. We're going to take this tail piece and plug it in just like that. This is step number 17. You want to take this whole piece right here. You want to bring it down just like that. So step number 18. You want to go take this spear piece right here. You want to disassemble it. You want to take the pole piece of the spear. A couple tabs right there. You get the spearhead right here. You want to plug it right into the spearhead just like that. Then you want to take this piece. You get that tab at the other side of that pole there. And on the back of his tail mode right here, you have a porthole. You want to go and take that piece and plug it in just like that. Because in the 19th and final step, once our Onyx Prime all the way around, you have his wing pieces right here. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take these wing pieces, you want to bring them all the way down just like that. And now you have Onyx Prime in his full beast mode. Now I'll go ahead and convert Onyx Prime from his beast mode all the way to his alternate beast mode. First of that transformation, Onyx Prime's center leg right there and right there. Top of that leg piece, you have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take his leg piece, you want to bring it all the way out just like that. Do that to the other leg piece and bring it all the way out just like that. So step number 2, you want to take his leg piece now, and you rotate it all the way around just like that. Go and do that to the other side of that leg piece and rotate it all the way around just like that. So step number 3, you want the leg piece now and you want to fully extend it all the way out just like that. Do that to the other side to the other leg piece and fully extend it out just like that. So step number 4, with that leg piece now, you want to bring it all the way up and over the shoulder just like that. Do that to the other side of the other leg piece, bring it all the way up and over the shoulder just like that. So step number 5, you have a hinge nut right there and right there. With the arm piece, you want to go and bring it all the way out just like that. Do that to the other side of the other arm piece and bring it all the way out just like that. So step number 6, you want to this arm now and you want to bring it down just like that. Do that to the other side of the other arm and bring it all the way down just like that. So step number 7, you want to take that forearm, you want to rotate it in just like that. Do that to the other side to that other forearm and rotate it in just like that. Because the 8th and final step, you have the 2 leg pieces right there and right there. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take that leg piece and we'll go ahead and bring it all the way down just like that. Do that to the other side to the other leg piece, bring it all the way down just like that. And now you have Onyx Prime in his second beast mode. Now that I have Onyx Prime in his robot mode and on my display table, I once again want to go over some of his play features and accessories, first by talking about his staff. And according to the instructions, there's a way to arm Onyx Prime with his staff while he's in his robot mode. And that's because the hand here is actually engineered where there's a makeshift 5mm porthole. And they did that by grooving out this porthole on the top of the fist right here. Even if the fist can open up right at the hinge joint, you can take the staff, which is actually a 5mm peg, plug it into that makeshift porthole. Even when the hand's open, they'll click right into place. Very, very cool. You take the hand now, you just close it right around the staff, and now you have Onyx Prime armed with this staff. Very, very cool play feature. I do love how they did that, where now you can open up his hand and you can arm it in either hand. You have that little makeshift groove right there where it's not an obvious porthole, but it's there. It's very, very nicely done. Because this figure, to me, is not a typical Transformer. The design elements kind of scream like a Gundam sort of figure. I mean, this feels like it's a model kit. Very, very nicely done. Nice detail. And just a lot of great paint detail also. I mean, you got some mold detail right here. You see some veins and some fur. But you also have that metallic look to it where the plastic here is actually molded out of a copper metallic plastic. Where you shine certain angles of light, you do have that metallic luster to it. But also with the paint scheme here, they also matched that with silver and gold where it has that metallic sheen to it. Very, very nicely done. As you can see, the figure has a lot of great mold detail throughout the whole body. And the proportions aren't very Transformer-like. And I know it has 4 modes where, I mean, this is the first time I've personally seen a Centaur mode, which was very impressive. But all 4 modes, and there's 3 main modes and 1 secret mode. The secret mode was only in the instructions where you could just kind of get rid of the 6th and 5th leg, where you could either have 4-legged beast or a 6-legged beast, but I think a lot of us would prefer a 6-legged beast, but they gave you the option of just making a 4-legged beast, which I thought was really cool too. But it's very, very nicely done. All 4 modes are fantastic. I mean, having a multi, alt mode Transformer, and alt mode is anything that's not the robot mode, such as a vehicle mode, animal mode, in this case, a beast and Centaur mode, but none of the modes get sacrificed in the process of the transformation. They all look fantastic. And this figure has lots of points of articulation. You have the ankle swivel right here. You have the knee swivel. You have double jointed knee almost. You have the thigh swivel right here. You have the hip. You don't have waist so much, but you do have wrist, elbow. You have the elbow swivel. You have the shoulder that goes up and down. You have the head articulation. So this figure does have lots of points of articulation, and all modes have lots of points of articulation. They put a lot of love in this figure and a lot of detail in this figure. But I'm gonna go and rotate around so you can see it looks like from all angles. I would say he is a must-have. The only fear I have for this figure is he's molded out of this gold plastic here, and I do have a QR issue with this wing, but that's probably just this figure where this wing does pop out a lot. But this wing is fine. But my fear is there's a few times where I was transforming him and I put a little bit of stress on a certain body part, and I did these stress marks already. And my fear is maybe in a couple years he's going to suffer from the gold plastic syndrome, where he becomes very brittle, and let's say he falls off the shelf and he shatters to a million pieces. That'd be very traumatizing, because this is a fantastic figure. And hopefully Hasbro and Takara will either do a redeco where they'll mold him out of a different color plastic, because I don't have a lot of faith in gold plastic nowadays, and I thought maybe they improved the technology by maybe changing the plastic where it's not as brittle, but you never know. But if you guys found any information in this video valuable, please like and share this video. Also, really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.